you, this ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Looking for blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So Maryland's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Looking for space. It's Orlando. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Plucks it out of the air. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Terrapins are rolling down the field. He's got it on the right. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Looking for a crease. It's Orlando. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Terrapins! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the junior running back. It's a big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. They'll run this play from the pistol. Makes the quick grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. New set of downs after the completion.
Ready. Hey, move. Watch time. Go.
Off the RPO, complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Pulls it on the option. Breaks the tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The tag. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Orlando. Can't get him to the ground. Here's a little room there. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in here and got the long touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Complete to start this drive. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Nice job after the catch by the tight end. Able to make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Reads it, fires complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose down the middle. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run to the left. Nice move to keep running. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break.
Here we go. Ready? Ready, go.
Red pass, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Rides to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The last two plays have not gone as scripted. It's 3rd and 19. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. A delay of game penalty in this part of the field? Man, the defense just starts spitting fire after that. Looks as if he's going to run it. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Caught over the middle. It's Knox. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
It'll be 3rd and long. Shoots it to the left. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. At the 20, he's got space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Orlando. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The unproductive first down completion now brings up 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Breaks into the open. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Terrapins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of makers.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field. All the way. The other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Going to the run, it's Orlando. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Maryland! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Good timing on the quick out. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Sooners peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. To the air on 1st down, using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Complete downfield. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy that, remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it slips just inside that right upright. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
On the Maryland sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun on third down. It's complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 95, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the number 20 team, the Florida Gators. And it's Missouri keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC. Now back to your game in Norman. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Still running at the 35. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there.
Snags it, and he's open. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit home, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if it was 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Holly Rowe has an update.
On the Maryland sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific...
Turns on the Jets. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
And it's caught inside the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Running the red zone. It's Orlando. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Rush is on him. He'll heave it deep. Goes high to pull it in. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here he comes from his own end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Orlando. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. Shakes off the defender. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Sooner offense returns to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd.
Here we go. Ready. Get. Go.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Illinois.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On target over the middle. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive.
Deep shot for the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down.
There's some room. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our...
Caught, and he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, Maryland! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Shows him the stiff arm. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it on the counter. Thrust that arm out. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
He's got him. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they're able to get him down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Has it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And the Terrapins are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And he makes the extra point.
52, Oklahoma.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Now on the counter. Just ran over him. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Motion from the back. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Going with the counter play here. Gets away from one, finds room. Hits him with it, just keeps moving. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.